Okay, welcome back to Holiday Hacks. We are at Holiday Hack number 11, and I'm coming to you from Casa Desaunier, the Desaunier compound here in the Olympic Village. And today's holiday hack is something that can be done first thing in the morning. We talked about last week about if you're going to have some sort of cheat meal, you know that you're going to indulge, make sure that it's not at breakfast. And if you want to get some good energy into your day, a lot of times we also talked about last week about lateral shifts. So just making some changes to the same thing that you have already, but just making some healthier choices when it comes to that. And so one of the things that we're going to talk about today, or the thing that we're going to talk about today, is what we call bulletproof coffee. Now, bulletproof coffee, you've probably heard of it unless you've been living under a rock. Bulletproof coffee is, I guess, the popular name for something other people call it butter coffee. Bulletproof coffee is kind of like, imagine like Kleenex, called Kleenex. Well, it's tissues, right? But the brand name has become so pervasive that we just call things Kleenex. We call those little tissues Kleenex. Well, same thing here. Bulletproof coffee is not, it's been around for a while, but it was made popular by Dave Asprey of the Bulletproof Company. So what it is, so coffee in the morning, but we want to make sure that this black nectar of the gods right here, the coffee that we drink, which is already chock full of antioxidants and vitamins and minerals, that is really, really awesome. But many times what we do to the coffee is what makes it terrible. We add tons of sugar, we add tons of homogenized milk or cream. So there's a lot of sugars and carbs that we get with it, not a lot of nutrients. So we end up having this super sugar high and then this crash, this kind of caffeine high, sugar high, caffeine crash, that. So we want to get rid of that. Also, we want to make sure that we have sustainable energy throughout our morning. So one of the things that I do, especially if you see me at the office, most times in the morning, I won't eat breakfast per se, but I'll have what's called bulletproof coffee, and then later on, I'll have some exogenous ketones, and then essentially what we're doing is intermittent fasting. So my first meal actually won't be until lunchtime. And I've found since I've been doing that, I've had so much more energy, better clarity of thought, more consistent energy throughout the day, and it's been awesome. So here's how you make bulletproof coffee. Super, super easy. You take your coffee. I make it in a French press at home. So put the French press in. And what it really is, it's just full of really good fats. So we have grass-fed butter, unsalted grass-fed butter. This is super, super important. Here's the one that I have. It's called from Rolling Meadows. This is available here in Vancouver. I get this at Whole Foods. There's another brand that you get in the States. It's very popular called Kerrygold. There's another one, Kiwi Pure, which is available here. But grass-fed butter. So it doesn't have any, essentially it's just pure fat, right? Which is fantastic. One of the things with grass-fed butter is that it has a much healthier ratio of omega-3 to omega-6. That is very, very important. You want to make sure that it's unsalted, because if it's salted, it'll taste like crap. Also, it's very high in what we call CLA, or conjugated linoleic acid. And that's something that is particular with grass-fed dairy. So we're going to take about 2 tablespoons of grass-fed butter here, and I'll just make it super easy for you guys. I'll do it with you right now. So we take our butter. I put it into my blender here. When at home, we have our little blender that I make it in. If I'm making it at the office, we have those little magic bullets. I just put it all in there, and we make that happen. So put that in. Number 1, butter. Number 2 is what we call MCT oil, which is a medium chain triglyceride. This is a great fat for the brain. Think about coconut oil, which is another alternative. You can use coconut oil if you want. This is what we get at Costco. We're going to use MCT oil. You've probably heard of that too. This is from a company called Onnit. It's essentially like a distilled coconut oil. A medium chain triglyceride is really, which is what it is, MCT, medium chain triglyceride, is a fat that requires a lot less energy and enzyme to digest. And so it's really good fat for your brain, just like the omegas are. It also really signals your body to start to burn fat. So a lot of times when people start to use MCT in conjunction with all of these other things that we talk about, their metabolisms go up, their weight loss goes up. Absolutely fantastic. So like I said, another alternative, you can use coconut oil. We're going to use MCT. Grab a tablespoon of this bad boy. If you've never used MCT or used coconut oil in your coffee, or just taking it just like this, you want to start small. Maybe start with a half tablespoon, because if you have too much too soon, you'll get the runs. Anyways, I'm Here with it, so we're going to take a tablespoon, throw that in there, ba-ba-boom. And then, for a little extra taste, an extra boost of the system, I use some Ceylon cinnamon. A little teaspoon of cinnamon, sprinkle in there. I love that. Also, it helps boost your metabolism. Absolutely fantastic. So, we got the butter, we got the MCT, we put our coffee in there, just like that. I'm making 1 cup about. I'm going to make some more in a little bit for my wife as well. We've got the whole thing. Slap that on, and you might be thinking, oh, okay, that is an oily mess. It's going to taste super oily and super disgusting. Well, it will if all you do is you put it in a cup and just mix it up, because we know that oil rises to the top, right? So we really want things to emulsify. That's why we put it into a blender. So just put it in the blender. I'm just going to pulse it for a second. It's going to be loud for a second, so block your ears if you need to. You see how already it's getting nice and creamy? Just like that. Now we take it off. You can see it. It's nice and emulsified. It's nice and mixed up. Boom. Throw that in the cup. Just like that. And it tastes like an amazingly creamy latte. It's absolutely fantastic. So good. So, for those of you who know Dr. Chris and I, you know that we love our coffee, and he's really knowledgeable when it comes to coffee. I just love the taste of it. So you make sure you get a good coffee. Don't get stuff from Tim Hortons. That's like coffee with a K. It's not coffee. You want to get a good quality coffee. Make it however you want. 2 tablespoons of unsalted grass-fed butter. 1 tablespoon of MCT oil, coconut oil. Choose your thing. And I add a little cinnamon to taste. It's absolutely awesome. So I'll have one of these at about 7:30 in the morning when I get to, usually like if I'm at the office, I'll have one at 7:30 in the morning when I get to the office. Then at about 10:30 or so, I will have these things called exogenous ketones, and you've probably heard us talk a lot about this. And this helps to help your body to burn fat and get into a state we call ketosis, which is a really great state for energy burning, fat burning your body, and weight loss. And so I will have that about 10:30, and then I'll have my first meal at about 1:30, so something like that. And that's it. So try it out. It's absolutely awesome. Consistent energy throughout your day. You will feel absolutely fantastic, and your taste buds will absolutely love you. So, healthy holiday hack number 11. We're coming tomorrow with our healthy holiday hack number 12.